Okay, we're ready to get started. I hope you're doing well. A good Erev Shabbos, good Friday to you. Hopefully, things are going smoothly in each of your homes. I'm excited to be able to share a couple of Rashis with you from the sixth Aliyah today in preparation for Shabbos. The sixth Aliyah, we finally get to the actual experience of Matan Torah, to the Aseres Hadibros, one of the climaxes of the parsha, or the climax, the high point of this whole story of Matan Torah, which has been slowly evolving throughout the whole parsha. But one of the restrictions placed on Bnei Israel during this experience of Matan Torah was that they were not allowed to come too close to the mountain. They were not allowed to touch the mountain. They were not allowed to rise to the levels that Moshe certainly went to, but even Aaron and others had gotten to. So they had to be bound, so to speak, with a boundary around the mountain that they couldn't cross. And this boundary seems to be extremely important to Hashem, and he reinforces through Moshe to the Jewish people numerous times that they shouldn't cross that boundary. And it's an important point for them to understand. And I want to look at two Rashis related to that restriction. So the way our Aliyah begins, Vayered Hashem al Har Sinai, al Rosh Hahar, Hashem, whatever this means, descended upon the mountain in some way. His presence was felt there. Vayikra Hashem l'Moshe el Rosh Hahar, Vayamosh. And he calls up Moshe to the head of the mountain to, of course, receive the Torah, to receive the Ten Commandments, to begin the whole process of revelation at this point. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe. And then Hashem says something to Moshe, which is very important. Raid. Okay, you just came up to get the Torah, but before you get it, I'm telling you, raid. Go down back to the people. Why? Ha'ed ba'am. Give testimony before the people, meaning strictly enforce to the people. Pen yehersu el Hashem lirot v'nafal mimenu rav. Lest they destroy themselves by coming up to see Hashem, and many of them will fall. What he's saying to him here is, go back down before you receive the Torah. I want you to reinforce the Jewish people again that they're not allowed to cross that boundary. They may want to cross that boundary to come lirot, to come see Hashem. But if they do that, they're going to be yehersu. They're going to be destroyed, and nafal mimenu rav. Many of them are going to fall. So there's a few interesting Rashis here on this pasuk. So he says, raid, ha'ed ba'am, give testimony before the people. What does that mean? Ha'ed, give testimony from edus, from the language of a witness. Hasre bahem, warn them, shelo la'alos bahar, not to come up upon the mountain. Why? Pen yehersu, because they may be destroyed. What does pen yehersu mean? Shelo yehersu et matzavam al yedei shetavatam et Hashem lirot vayitkarvu letzad hahar. What could cause them to be destroyed? Well, they could destroy their whole matzav, their whole situation, their whole ability to be poised to receive the Torah could be in jeopardy. Why? Because they're going to have this taiva, this desire, this very sincere and beautiful and good desire to come closer to Hashem, right? They're at the foot of this mountain. God is going to reveal himself. They're going to receive the Torah. They've just experienced all these miracles. They want to go forward. Their instinct is to come close to Hashem, and that's a good instinct. But Hashem tells them in that moment they have to hold back. Otherwise, they'll be destroyed. And there's a lot of philosophy about why it was important to hold back, even in the moment that they wanted to charge forward. The Rav has a whole essay about this very subject and the importance of restraint, even in moments of desire. That's a topic for another time. In the moment, though, just take it as a given that it was really bad. Hashem didn't want them to cross that boundary, and he sends Moshe back down to tell them not to go up, to warn them not to come upon the mountain, because if they do, they're going to cause their own destruction in the process. And what's going to happen if they're destroyed, if they come and cross that boundary? Then the pasuk v'nafal mimenu rav, many of them will fall. This is a great Rashi. V'nafal mimenu rav. Why do we assume that many of them will cross and many of them will be destroyed? Maybe one person will cross. One person will make the mistake and be destroyed. Why does it say Rav? Many of them will fall. Makes it sound like even if one person crosses, then many people will be destroyed or killed. That's not correct. What does it mean, nafal mimenu Rav? Kol ma sheyipol mehem, vafilu yechidi, chashuv lefanai Rav. Wow. Rashi says what Hashem means to tell us in this pasuk, nafal mimenu Rav, many, Rav, a lot, will be destroyed if anyone crosses, is that even if a singular individual crosses, for me, says Hashem, that kind of loss is huge. Even the loss of an individual, a yachid, is Rav. That's a great loss. meaning every individual and Jewish people standing at Har Sinai today, says Hashem, is critically important for me and for the nation and for this covenant, and the loss of even one of them is way too much. It shows the value that Hashem placed not only on the nation, but upon the individual as well. Share one more piece to this story and one more Rashi. He talks about the various levels people can, the Torah talks about the various levels people can go to. The Kohanim also have to be careful not to go up too far onto the mountain. Reinforces again, the nation can't go up to the mountain, etc. And now in Pasuk Chaf Daled, Hashem says to Moshe again, Vayomer elav Hashem, Lech Raid, go down again, tell them again. You have to give this message again, and only after you give it again, Va'alisa tava ronimach, then you and Aaron can come up and can receive the Torah. So you just told them up here, Raid, go down, Ha'ed ba'am, give testimony, warn them about this. And now he tells them again, Lech Raid, go again, go down again. Why again? It's like a yo-yo, up and down, warn them, warn them, warn them. Okay, we understood, this is very important. Why does he say Lech Raid again? Rashi has a very important point to make over here as well. Lech Raid, v'ha'ed bahem shniya. It's not the same raid. This is a second time. He's telling him, go down and warn them, and then go down and warn them a second time. They need two warnings. Shemizarzin es ha'adam kodem maseh, v'chozrin u'mizarzin b'shas maseh. Because you go and you warn or you encourage or you push a person before the act, and then you have to go back and encourage them again during the act. This is such an important point that Rashi is making here, an important point for all of us, which is that we all need encouragement. We all need help. We all need support. And sometimes we think that the encouragement we give others, the support we give others, the push that we give others before the act of whatever it is we're trying to encourage them to do is enough, right? We encourage them, go, do it, go, finally, go take that walk, go see that doctor, go buy that car, whatever the case is, right? And we encourage, and then they actually go do it and we stop. But Rashi's telling us that according to Hashem, the encouragement shouldn't stop there. Even b'shas ma'isa, even when they're doing it, they need more encouragement. Every person needs to be continued, to be encouraged and to be supported and to be helped before, during, and even after the process, meaning the process is never complete for the person. If a person needed to be pushed and encouraged up to that point, then it probably means they need further encouragement through the process to see it to its end. Something very important for us to be cognizant of in ourselves when we need support and encouragement, to be able to reach out, whether before, during, or after, in order to seek that, and to never be embarrassed or ashamed to say, well, it's over now, what do I still need encouragement for? No, it's okay, you might still need encouragement. To understand that about ourselves is important, and to understand that need in others is also important as we give encouragement and support to our friends, to our family, to realize that our job is never done, that even when we think they've reached their mark, inside of themselves, they may need a little bit more. They may need a little bit more support and encouragement that we can continue to give them throughout the process. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. Have a wonderful day ahead. Take care, everyone.
Shalom.